All right, guys, we are back. We are the Screen Team. We are doing some spring blockbusters for you this evening. We just got done taking care of A Quiet Place with Emily Blunt.
Before we go any further, I have a question.
Oh, please.
You said you're asking the important questions. I have yet to hear you ask one.
Hey, I've asked you all kinds of important questions. I've asked you how A Quiet Place was. I think that's the most important question.
Well, since we're here to review it in the first place, That's not really a pertinent question, is it?
Listen, sir. You're on thin ice right now. You're like my wife, man. You gotta plug away, man. You gotta stab right in the back, man.
Like a Chucky doll.
Oh man. All right, you know what? Show's over. We're done. Everything's canceled. Guy's gone. I'm going to do this review by myself. The next movie is called Tomb Raider. It was released here in 2018. I didn't see the film, so I'm going to give it an incomplete rating.
Yeah, we're actually going to review this.
All right, Tomb Raider, guy.
Good grief.
Tomb Raider, it's, what is this, a reboot? Is it a remake? Is it a sequel to the Tomb Raider franchise?
Oh, no, it's not a sequel to the Angelina Jolie films. By no means.
All right, what is it?
This is actually a film version of the Tomb Raider reboot game that was done by Crystal Dynamics in 2011.
Okay. How is this different than the game that we knew from the late 90s, early 2000s?
She doesn't have these weird polygon torpedo things sticking out of the front of her chest.
Okay.
But also, it's a more Indiana Jones-based type of archaeological adventure hunt, as opposed to what the original Tomb Raider games were, which is running, jumping, climbing trees, fighting off dinosaurs.
Okay. Yeah, I got that from the trailer. You know, it had a very Indiana Jones type of feel to it.
The game feels that way. I own both of the new Tomb Raider games. I'm a big fan of the games, and kind of doing an origin story for Lara Croft, where you see her in the original games. She's already been who she is for years and blah, blah, blah. This is her kind of the beginnings of her journey, as well as the original game was in 2011. It's the beginnings of her journey, what path she goes through to turn her into what we know as Lara Croft, as opposed to, hey, here she is.
Yeah.
Also, this is a video game movie. You know how I feel about those. I was pleasantly surprised.
Really?
It was a very good film. It stuck to the source material without overly hindering itself by the source material. It changed just enough to be able to stand on its own as a film, but stay true enough to be feeling like it fit in the same universe as the game.
Okay.
And that's what you want to do. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What'd you think about Alicia Vikander?
She was perfect as Lara. You want more of the every girl kind of thing with her. And that's kind of what you got in the film, because that's kind of the way she was in the game. She's a multimillionaire, heir to the Croft fortune, blah, blah, blah. But she is this every girl. She is able to overcome surmountable odds and really prove herself. It's the whole adage of iron tests iron type thing. Everything that gets thrown at her, she finds a way to rise above and really make herself more with. The one thing that really threw me for a loop, kind of taking the cliche and putting it on its head, but I absolutely loved, was the villain.
Okay, and who played the villain in this movie?
Oh God, I can't even remember offhand.
See, I'm giving the good questions out today, kids. While I look for the villain, why don't you talk about it seemed from the trailer that there was also a father-daughter relationship in this movie.
There is. Lord Richard Croft was a explorer, unbeknownst to his daughter. Continued on doing it. Supposedly, he had been killed at sea in a nice little storm-ridden patch of the Asian Sea known as the Devil's Armpit.
That's what it was called, the Devil's Armpit?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the game. It was called the Devil's Sea in the
Oh, gotcha.
in the movie, because but still, it's
Gotcha.
one of those that you're like, I don't care. If I knew the weather conditions of this place, you could call it Mr. Fluffy Bunnies. I ain't going.
Yeah.
No. It's the same as the hurricanes that surround Skull Island and Kong.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it.
Guy's
You can't
not going.
make me.
He's not going.
No. But what I thought was great about the villain of the piece was, you know how in most of these films when the villain has betrayed the main protagonist, it's always, well, let me help you and be nice, and then about 2/3 of the way through, it's revealed, yeah, I did it, blah, 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 and kind of this weird, what a twist moment of, oh, he's the bad guy.
Sure.
That has gotten so cliche that you can look at him when he walks on screen and go, he's the bad guy. They know that and they play with it. He comes out and goes, no, I killed your dad. He's dead.
And they just kind of just right in your face.
Yeah, right in your face. You don't have your stuff. I have it. I have a gun to your head. I killed your dad. Now do this for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is surprisingly refreshing.
Right.
To have a villain just go, I'm bad, and what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. So is this a movie that you liked a lot where you'd want to go see it again?
Yes. I have every intention of giving this another watch when it comes out on video, because my brother didn't get to see it, but he's a big Tomb Raider fan as well.
Sure.
And I think he would thoroughly enjoy this. So I'm going to have a movie night with my family, and I'm going to show it to him then too.
I gotta say, Guy, I'm pretty surprised, because I thought the way that we've lined things up so far, I thought you were going to be raving about how awesome A Quiet Place was and how terribly awful this movie was, this Tomb Raider. But you've switched things up. You have made things unpredictable so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say about Rampage,
Another video game movie.
I think I know, but I could be wrong. We'll find out next here on the Screen Team.